What's up? What's up? What's up, party people? I am Camo the Mano. You just entered another gaming edition of the Two Ninja Kickback segment. I'm here with my brother from another two phone toners in the building. What's up with you, Tone?
Ain't shit for real playing this motherfucking battlefield like always, killing these motherfucking kids.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually like, and it's kind of like I don't know. I feel good about this next Battlefield coming out. Like, I strongly feel like it's gonna be a decent game, and I feel like EA's been just in the public's good graces. Like, if you're privy to being like a long term gamer, EA is like, we hate EA, or we try to hate on EA as much as we can because it's just like
hmm
one of the shittier companies. Like, and shouts out to EA. I don't think it's on purpose sometimes, but I just feel like some of the stuff they doing, some of the public moves they've been trying to make, they've been trying to clean up a lot of this BS, yo. Like EA, the EA Play systems, whatever the fuck. That I'm generally enjoying having that shit, bro. Like it's so many good games on that shit. It's cheap as hell. It's a good service, yo.
it is, especially when you see how it integrated with Game Pass and all that
Exactly.
other good shit
Yeah.
for real. Like, my nigga, I ain't gonna say it in front of you. I'm a fucking fan of The Sims, but me today, I could never see myself actually spending a full 60 to cop that shit. It's a fucking blessing that I got that shit with Game Pass, you feel me? And I'm able
Absolutely.
to just play this shit just on the win for real. So, man, shout out to EA on that shit for real, because, like, they
Hell
do
yeah.
have, like, lifelong titles that, like, niggas been fans of since we was knee highs for real, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Need for Speed, they got that shit. Battlefield, they got that shit.
And
Madden, they got that shit.
and Sims one of them, yo. Like, don't let it fool you. Sims one of them, yo. Like,
Shh. If a nigga talk bad about Sims, yo, then you really gotta question that nigga when it comes to gaming. That's how I feel, yo. Like,
I
so with
think
the
I think every genre is crossed over and played The Sims. Like, if you're a fighter game nigga, you're a shooter game nigga. If you're a strategy game nigga, you've played The Sims. Like, it's the
at some
craziest shit
point in
ever.
your life, bro, you had to.
And it's just a fun game, yo.
It
But
is.
I think what I want to see with this Battlefield shit is EA got to slow down on the microtransactions. Like, they cannot come out the gate killing niggas with microtransactions, or it's gonna ruin the game. Like, if they come out the
Ah,
gate with a bunch of fucking microtransactions for this new Battlefield, it's gonna put a disdain in niggas' mouth, yo. Niggas is not gonna be pleased.
oh yeah, you already know. And to be honest, it's kind of sad because I wouldn't say that's what's already looking like it's going to happen, but like based off of a lot of the character skin models and shit like that, it does look like it's going to resemble how Call of Duty Warzone is when it comes to certain characters, being for the Russians and certain characters being for the Americans. Just to have everybody not looking alike, it might be some type of microtransaction for like cosmetics, I'm guessing, but hopefully there's no skill gaps. You
And
feel me for certain weapons.
Battlefield, like I think we gotta call a spade a spade. It did have a lot of pay to win shit in that shit. You could skip classes, you could buy guns, all types of shit. So it's like, man,
Oh
if I
man,
got a
I was
credit
famous
card,
for that shit.
I'm gonna skip the line with this credit card, bro. I ain't
hmm
grinding shit. Fuck is you talking about?
My
And like,
favorite Battlefield to this day. Bad Company too. I ran the credit card up on that bitch, yo. I ain't gonna say in front niggas.
see, it's hard for me. That shit is slippery slope, boy. Like, once you throw it on there the first time, the second time is a little easier. Third
Oh
time,
yeah, I had to catch myself.
the third time that shit like it's non-existent. Oh hell yeah, give me that. Give me
I had to
that.
catch myself on the third time once the Vietnam expansion pack
Oh
came out for
hell
Bad
yeah,
Company.
yeah.
That's when I
That
had to catch myself. I was
that
like,
shit
all
was
right,
crack though, yo.
it
I ain't even gonna
was,
hold you.
it
That
was.
shit was critical, yo. Like I got a hold of it. I ain't gonna say what I did to get it, but I got a hold of it, and I was like, bruh, they got it right. Like if you want to talk about like what you believe it to be, like even just flying around in the choppers of that area and shit like of that era, it
Yo,
just
the
felt so
helo.
amazing, yo.
It felt authentic as fuck too. Like, granted, like it's fucking Battlefield and it's not like actually like detailed to what it is, but like for a Vietnam style like simulator that niggas been clamoring for years when it comes to FPSs, that was like the closest a lot of niggas ever got for real.
Hell yeah.
And that shit was worth it.
I put that way over what Black Ops did. Like I wasn't
Yes.
a fan of the Black Ops genre. Like I to this day, I say that era of like the timepiece that it's set in. I wasn't mad at the storyline of it. because I thought it interjected a beautiful like new style of like weirdness in the Call of Duty that you kind of see. Like you have to have some type of weirdness because you got Nazi zombies, all this other shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like brought a little more sense to it to some degree. But like just the maps weren't great. Like you know what I mean? Like the layout of shit wasn't all that.
Black Ops was goofy as hell to me. If you want me to call a spade, like Black Ops has always been a goofy cousin for Call of Duty. Like when it came down to it, like what was it, Treyarch
Hmm.
or is it Infinite
No,
Ward,
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer, whichever one has the Modern Warfare
Sledgehammer.
title.
I know it might have been Treyarch. I think it was Sledgehammer or Treyarch.
Okay, whichever one has that Sledgehammer, I mean has that Modern Warfare title has always been like the more serious Call of Duty to me. That was like the difference between like Big Red 1 and the regular ones and shit.
Right.
You know, some of them be a little bit more jokier, a little comedy side and shit like that versus the other ones.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. See, I always get that confused. I don't know who the fuck. I know Treyarch don't make that Modern Warfare franchise. I think it's Sledgehammer Games, yo.
Okay.
And I think Sledgehammer is also responsible for what was it? Ghost? Call of Duty Ghost? I put Ghost
Hmm.
over I put Ghost low key over Black Ops 2. I had a lot of fun with Ghost.
I put Ghost over Black Ops 4, Black Ops
Oh, if we gonna
3.
do that, I put Ghost over hella shit. Like if that's the case, Advanced War, all that
Oh
later shit,
yes.
all of that shit was
Infinite
garbage.
War.
Yeah, that shit was trash. Like that, it was bad, and we was complaining about Ghost. It made you appreciate Ghost that much more.
Hmm.
I think the killer though was the transition, yo. It had to be the transition. You had to leave some of your pals that you were playing with because it was right in a mid-cycle update, like not update, but like it was. You had your 360 niggas, and then you had your Xbox One
The
niggas,
Xbox One niggas,
and there
yeah.
wasn't no cross play, so it was like you had these beautiful big ass maps and didn't have enough player to fill it, and there was no AI bots in that shit. I don't think it was at first. They might have added it at some point because the maps were just ridiculously large. Like it
I ain't
felt
gonna
like they was
lie.
trying to compete with Battlefield too much.
They kind of killed themselves with that because it still remained like 6 on 6 at that time. Like it
You see
wasn't
what I'm
like
saying?
nothing
Like
even
you get what
added
I'm
on
saying?
after that. Yeah, and I
It's
think
like
that was the one they really didn't pay no attention to ground war to neither.
and the maps were set up for ground wars. And you
Hmm.
had like the little baby evolutions on Ghost too, yeah?
Stealing
Or
books from
was it
Rainbow
advanced?
Six. No,
Um,
it was Ghost.
but the wild shit about it is like, do you know the next gen version did offer more players in the lobby? They just couldn't fill it
It
because
did.
not a lot of people had the console at the time.
I will say they got the dog right. Getting the dog.
They got the guns was cool. The fucking air blast was dope. Like they had some good shit on there, yo.
You know me, as long as they got a decent shotgun, I'm always running shit on the nigga. You feel me?
That honey badger was like to this day that's one of my favorite guns. I put it in my top five
I
of,
don't blame you.
of all Call of Duties. That shit was nasty, yo. I used to put in work with that hoe too. I mean, my first game playing on next gen went like 19-1 or some nut ass shit. I was on
Mm.
one. It's like, yo, this is my gun. And I like, what's crazy? I didn't use any other gun in that game. The entire time I played it, I was like, I tried and I was like, nah, let me go ahead and get back on this honey badger. Like for me, I kill a Call of Duty. Once I find my gun, it's a wrap, yo.
Oh
Like
yeah, I feel you.
that'd be my go-to class. Like I stay in that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them niggas. I get bored after a while though.
No,
Like
I
once they got
feel
like
you.
a whole 10 classes of just that one damn gun,
And
I at
different
least gotta try to switch
variations,
it up.
yeah.
Yeah, like I just gotta switch it up somehow.
But Call of Duty good for that shit too. Like it give you all types of side challenges and shit to do with your gun as well.
Hmm. But the thing is, what I like about Battlefield is like it's never a meta, but it's always a gun for a situation of where you're gonna be at inside the game. You feel me?
Yeah. And it
And I
affects your
think,
play style.
yeah, like a lot of niggas can't like really charge in on some like that's the thing. Like Battlefield is more like a war simulator versus an actual arcade style fucking game. You feel me?
Yeah,
I think that's
Battlefield.
why I actually appreciate it.
Like like you realize it right on. Like when you start playing that shit, you get punished for rushing and stuff like that. Like when you coming off a sprint, it's hard as fuck to kill a nigga coming off a sprint on Battlefield. It's
Mm-hmm.
like you gotta almost time your sprint. Like I see this nigga, I need to cover some distance and set up so I could put some shots on this nigga. It's not I'm about to sprint, slide, jump up. Nah, nigga. Like nah, nigga, dead. That's dead, nigga. You already gone, yo. Like they don't like that whole going crazy trick shot shit. That shit don't really work on that. Like like niggas used to try to drop shot on there. Like nah, bro. It's mechanics put in
Oh
place to
man, it's
stop all
niggas
of that
still
shit.
trying to drop shot on here, yo. I
Shit
be
get you
running a line
lit,
on these
nigga.
motherfuckers, yo.
Like nigga, you
I can
stupid.
tell exactly who coming from Warzone on this bitch.
Yeah, and it's like it's gonna be even doper when you sit on the next series because it's like niggas ain't gonna have no choice. Like this Warzone shit done birthed all types of other people. Like niggas is crossing over from Warzone to play Apex. Niggas is gonna
Mm-hmm.
cross over from Apex to this new shit. And then when Halo
Mm-hmm.
come out, niggas gonna be on there. It's like it's a good time for like shooters in general, but specifically for all the top tier ones. It's just a
Basically, all
great
the ones
climate.
that actually offer something different, and that was my whole thing up when it came to battle royales. Like, it's this shit is going to get stale once everybody keeps doing the same formula at some point. You feel me? And I just like how EA and Battlefield actually said, "Fuck that battle royale shit. We're gonna keep our shit traditional." Feel me? It's traditional multiplayer just on steroids.
Right. I remember when they was talking about doing a battle royale Red Dead. I was like, yo, son, that is not needed. Cause how the like what niggas gonna jump out of a hot air balloon? Like, come on, yo. Like, I don't want to see an airplane in Red Dead or some shit like that.
Niggas in the middle of a train or some shit.
Right. Now I think if the modding community want to do something with that, I'd love to see niggas getting dropped out of like a alien ship or some shit like that on some alien
Mm.
versus Western type shit. I think that'd be lit.
Cowboys versus alien shit.
Yeah, you feel me? But no, I don't want Rockstar to do that shit because it's like the shit was getting oversaturated, yo.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of this shit, you know, a lot of niggas were saying that shit though too. Like, yo, if Call of Duty was to make a battle royale, that should be so lit. If Call of Duty was to make a battle, and they made it, and they used the perfect mechanics, and that shit just worked, yo. Like, shouts out to Call of Duty for putting that battery back in that shit, yo.
I mean, but they had a touch dummy with Black Ops 4, ironically. You feel me? Because Black Ops 4 was that first tester when it came to Battle
Oh yeah, I
Royale. And they
forgot
saw the
about
poor
that
reception with
bullshit.
that shit. Yeah.
I forgot all about that
Yeah,
bullshit.
a lot of niggas think this Warzone shit is like Call of Duty, like first time like really into the fucking like field with this shit. But nah, nigga, like they been had fucking chance with this shit. Especially the niggas that's behind Cold War. You feel me? That's why it's like ever more disappointing to actually see these niggas struggle and fumble so much of what the niggas from Modern Warfare did when it came to this shit.
No, that's facts. That's definitely facts.
Cause it's like you niggas started this shit and yet these niggas still came on your platform, built an even better platform, and y'all niggas still can't deliver.
But you know, that's like that's the goat though. Like, you know, Modern Warfare can do no wrong, yo.
They can't. But at some point, niggas gotta sit back and realize, like, all right, yo, something we doing ain't working.
But you know how I already like knew it was gonna be something crazy. You remember when they dropped the remastered Modern Warfare 1?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
You remember what the service was like on that end
Oh
when it
yeah.
first dropped? Like I was blown the fuck away. I'm like, yo, it's real live killers on this motherfucker already. Like
Uh-huh.
everybody clicked back in. Like everybody.
Everybody already had a red dot on their
Yes, yo.
shit.
I'm
Niggas
like,
already had green tiger camo, all types of shit.
so I think that kind of got niggas excited right there. Niggas was like, yo, I need more of this, bro. Like I forgot like what good guns feel like. I forgot what good map layouts look like. I forgot. Like, and I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't stress that enough. Like I definitely put this new Call of Duty up there on the shelf with some of the legends, yo. Like this is
Oh yeah,
arguably one
he
of the
definitely it's definitely up there for like without a doubt. Even when it comes to the story got me intrigued more than ever.
oh, you see my shit, you see my YouTubes and shit. I just started getting into playing the campaign, yo.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Watching a couple of your videos for real had me a little bit like hyped just to actually test out the
Bro,
story mode again a little bit.
nigga, them set
Going
top
veteran.
pieces on that yo, the set top pieces on that shit is amazing. And the veteran ain't no hoe. I'm playing on veteran right now. Like
Mm.
they smart. Like the enemy on that shit are very smart. Like I gotta tactically play that shit.
Let me ask you this though, since we on like story modes and shit like that, did you hear about the rumors that Battlefield might not have a story mode and all that focus might just be on multiplayer?
That concerns me a little bit.
It concerns me too, but I'm also a little excited about it because like I haven't played Battlefield like what was it, Battlefield 5, the World War II one.
Hmm.
I haven't played it to the extent like how I really wanted to
I
for real.
haven't beat it either. Yeah, me neither.
But like Battlefield 4 for not Battlefield 4, but whichever one was the World War One one. So was it Battlefield 1?
Yeah, I think it's what's called World War I and some shit like that.
Yeah, so that one right there for real, like I played that one, like the story mode was cool, but I could see like they was actually making a shift to that because it was only like 6 missions.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah, I ain't even
And I
really get
don't
into it. So I was like, niggas was already online. So I was like, let me just see what this online hitting for.
exactly. And like the missions was actually like introductions that actually teach you how to play the game.
I figured it was. That's like when I first started playing it, I was like, I don't feel like sitting there getting my hand held. I'm gonna just hop online.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, what's I feel like I don't know because I felt like four was pretty good. I enjoyed four's story a lot, and I enjoyed Bad Company's fucking storyline a lot. So like,
Oh
it's
man,
not like they don't make a good story. Like, and some of the set top pieces on there are very monumental.
facts.
Like, I don't know, yo, but like I feel like everything is gonna be told once you get your hands on the game. Once you start playing online, like if you going to sacrifice the single player, for me, that's no problem. I don't care. Like that's cool with me because I don't have to now sit down and play the story mode. Or I don't have to feel like I'm not getting my money's worth or something like that because I haven't beat the story mode yet. It's like, you know, when
Mm-hmm.
you get a game and it's a whole nother side of the game that you haven't even touched, it's like, damn, yo. So like I'm cool with them eliminating that feeling for me, but also like I want to see that money that you would or that same effort that you would put into the story. I want to see it show up in the multiplayer as well. Like the
Yeah,
multiplayer better be spectacular if you sacrificing that and then still charging me $60-$70 for the game. And then you still gonna
facts.
have day one DLC and all of that bullshit.
Oh, you know it's gonna be a Game Pass with this shit. Game Pass
A
what's
battle
trending right
pass or some
now.
shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know it's coming. So it's like, I mean, that's fine and dandy, but like I said, it better be a whole fuck ton of like free content already in there. And it better be some good content that I can get just naturally or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
shouldn't be a
some
grind.
grindable content
Yeah.
for real.
Not even too much of a grind at that. Cause you know, like I like what Modern Warfare did where it was like, yo, if you play the story, you can get some extra shit for the multiplayer. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But we just in that age right now, so I'm not mad at saying it because it's like I don't gotta buy it. But it's like I don't know, like that grind fest to get some of the shit just be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially for how EA does it.
My whole thing is I just don't want the game to be too ambitious for what it is. You feel me? Like we see like my whole thing is I love the modern warfare aspect for real because it's modern day combat and this shit makes sense to us because we actually know how the physics and the mechanics of a lot of shit actually work nowadays. But once you start like dabbing into the future, shit could get kind of like loose a little bit. You feel me? And that was the problem with Call of Duty when it came to a lot of shit. You feel me?
Right. You alienate your fucking users when it's a gun that look like a AK-47 or some shit like that, but it's only bursts or some shit like that. So you like that's weird.
Hmm.
And like
I mean,
naturally your brain,
they have some certain AKs like that.
of
You
course.
feel
But I'm
me?
saying naturally your brain looks at it like, oh, that's a chop. I'm about to spray this hoe.
Hmm.
I think like, but you know, as a gamer, you're supposed to adjust. But I just hate like I like just looking at a gun. Like that's my problem with Apex. Sometimes it's like the variants of guns and all stuff and shit. When you start to bring in like energy weapons and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I think that's why I can't play Apex neither. Just me being a Titanfall nigga.
Hmm.
It's like I know what guns in Titanfall do. You feel me? So playing Apex and not seeing that proper transition kind of like upsets me Cause I'm still getting used to like overshields and shit like that on that.
Hmm. You know, like
So it kind of fucks me up.
when I like now that I've started playing that shit a little more heavier, I realize that what you got to do is like you got to strip your mindset of from Titanfall a little bit, but you have to keep because the mobility is similar to what Titanfall is. So if you can keep like that same play style as Titanfall, but you got to just educate your brain on like how the other shit works, you be a monster on
Hmm.
there, yo. Like I started thinking like that, like so I'm like, all right, so I see this joint, I understand how to scale it based off of how my movement would be on Titanfall, and it's just like, yo, I got that same fluidity in my hands back, and now it's just understanding like, oh, what ammo type does what, what's the best guns, all that other shit. You know, educating yourself on a deeper level inside the game.
Start learning the metas and shit like that.
Yeah, because like honestly, bro, I want to jump out there, get back into this tournament shit. Like the world's starting to open up. Like niggas got mad bands on the line and all that other shit. So I'm looking like, bro, I want to get my hat in the ring. And it's a $25,000 tournament coming up, and I'm like starting to get into groups and all this other stuff. Just been playing a little bit more, trying to study maps, study different loot locations, all of that stuff. I don't know, bro. It's like it's so much in it, and it's like I like that now because it's like it brings that RPG element into it, like the certain character you play, how you play with certain other people, those elements, the buffs you get, almost kind of how it is on Rainbow.
Hmm.
And it's nice to have that element. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not I love a good, strip down, these are the goals, these are the assets, and we got bullets. What's up? Like ain't no
Hmm.
extra abilities, none of that shit. I'm a fan of that too, but I just like the extra elements inside of that game too now. I feel like I think they could have kept a lot of the elements from Titanfall on that shit too. I think if they'd have kept some of the mechs and all that other shit, it'd have really added
Hmm.
that extra element to that shit.
Possibly for like, but I don't know. Like that's the whole thing. Like when it comes to like dated old games, you feel me? It's almost like that sense like they could have just did that shit when they had the funding at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Like, but to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing like another Titanfall down the hole. I mean, even though I know I ain't gonna say it, like due to the
Yeah,
fact it's only like one or two niggas that actually working in the office.
yeah, exactly. So that's where that paper going. But I'm not mad at it either. Like I said, like I like the tournament aspects it brings into it. Like because when you playing in like some of these larger tournaments, or you just playing in your local tournaments, it's not all based off of who can shoot quicker or stuff like that. It adds an extra element of, all right, so who am I shooting right now? What is this person's
Hmm.
abilities? How can they escape and all this other shit? Like say a nigga playing the robot, they got the grappling hook or some shit. His mobility
Hmm.
is a little different. If a nigga playing Wraith, he can make a portal and jump and all this other shit. So it's like even how you trying to kill this person, you need to be thinking like a step ahead on like what they can do extra.
Hmm.
And I don't know, I like the elements of it, yo. Like I said, bro, like I think it's really good. Like you look at Overwatch and stuff like that. I think it's good
Yeah, I
when
was
you
just
have
about to compare
tournaments
it to
like that.
Overwatch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it adds another element to like your team aspect. Like when you running in threes, who are you running with? Like what characters are they running with? How do you help each other out and all that stuff?
I don't know. Like, probably one day I gotta actually sit down and meditate on it. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, but like it's a plethora of games that's going to come out. So let's see if it can hold the crown. Like like Battlefield might be the next it game. And it's just like, when you trying to sit down and prep for tournaments, it's like sometimes you just gotta grind it out on a game. Like if you trying
Hmm.
to like get better at Tekken, you gotta play Tekken. I guess there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't play
Oh
with
yeah,
the
that
new
is
shiny
facts.
toy. If you're trying to get better at this, you gotta grind it out. So for right now, I'm just in the quest of trying to even find a game, to start even grinding on. Like a while ago, I was playing Modern Warfare, on some of the GB lobbies, playing with some of the pro gamers and shit like that. And it's like
Hmm.
I should have stayed in it. I was getting better, but like getting spanked on a game continuously trying to grow. That's a hard like
It's
it's a
discouraging as fuck.
yeah, bro. It's like Jesus, am I getting any better? And like you don't feel yourself getting better. You don't know you're getting better until you just have like a couple monster games, And then it's like, all right, I'm starting to get my hands. I'm starting to get my aim. My aim is on now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got this nice ass dub on Apex, and I was like, damn, I think I'm getting better.
I mean, that's
Started the
how it always
game
come
off
though
with a
when it comes
triple
to comp.
kill, all of that shit. Yeah. But you know, once you get to that level where it's like you just running through the public shit, and it's like, all right, I need another level of competition so I can get even better.
I felt
I
like that in high school, yo.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get back to, yo. I'm trying to get back to that point where I was like at the peak of my gaming skills, and then try to accelerate that.
Mm.
Like, and you only get better through better competition. Like, once you get rid of all of the fucking public people, you got to get into the private lobbies. You got to start practicing with better competition. You need to start planning tournaments. You got to do all of that shit to truly get better.
Mm-hmm. Of
Steel sharpens steel.
course.
And I know we was having a conversation about it. I think off mic about some of the local arcades around that's like hosting little on the spot tournaments or niggas pulling up and something just breaking out. Like I love to hear about that type of shit. Like that's gaming at its essence when niggas was back at the corner spots, the
Mm-hmm.
pizzas, little spots, the sub shops and shit.
That's when like actually like a nigga record actually meant something. Like if your initials wasn't on like a leaderboard or nothing, my nigga, like you ain't really had no bragging rights out there when it came to certain shit. Like
Not
you
that
feel me?
motherfucker, you didn't. I was
Like who is
clout
you?
back then.
Yeah, like who the fuck is you to be on this Marvel versus Capcom, nigga? Strap up, throw that quarter in. You feel me?
And
We're gonna get this
niggas,
work.
niggas will come put you off. Like, hey, yo,
Mm-hmm.
who is he? Hey, man, my
They'll
man trying to
interrupt
run,
your
yo.
motherfucking your solo. You feel me? Your story mode shit, just to actually throw hands with you on that bitch, yo.
You sitting there doing your thing, and nigga come throw a quarter in. What's up, nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Slide over. Ah, man, like, talk about gaming in this fucking heyday, yo. I think tournaments is a big part of it, too. Like, once you start to get into that culture, like, you start meeting people. I think that's the dope shit, too, about some of the shit with Twitch and all that stuff. How it's allowing certain people to come together, all that great shit.
Mm-hmm.
Can't put a
I mean, it
price
was
on it
only a
to it.
matter of time though with Twitch and everything like that, all the streaming platforms and shit.
Yeah, I can't say like it wasn't foreseen. You know, it was eventually gonna happen. I just like how it's like niggas is able to get into easier groups that's quickly accessible and all that shit too now. Like you don't gotta just play on public and hopefully find somebody with a mic, then see if that person's cool, and then start running with this person. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's more one of them days. Is like everything is it's upfront and it's straightforward, direct now. Like I don't know. Like I still have my little hesitations about that shit because you know how like just certain niggas on the internet just be for real.
Yeah,
At the same time, it's just I don't know. Like it's always cool at least just to play with like one of them always just random motherfuckers off the cuff or like it do be like a lot of cool random niggas though.
yeah. Nah, you're not lying. Like, but it's just cooler when you know a person is at like a certain skill level and shit.
Oh yeah, especially when it's a nigga that actually make you turn your head backwards.
Sit up straight and shit. Like, oh, this nigga,
Uh huh.
this nigga pretty good. Hold on,
Let me throw on my fucking ass catching gloves real quick, my nigga.
I had a pair, yo. Definitely had a pair with the fingers cut out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, uh-huh.
you know this shit about to be a sweat, my nigga. Fuck this.
I used to have like some talcum powder too, like this special powder for gamers,
Oh
yo.
shit. Okay, talk
Hey,
about it.
better grip and shit like that for my sweaty hand bandits out there.
I ain't gonna lie, I was a sweaty hand bandit when it came to Halo, my
Well,
nigga.
that's yo. I don't know what it was about Halo. My hands used to be drenched after playing that shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I think it's because it's like the situation with the weapons is it like free for all. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's anybody's game. You got to rush and come and get that. I think Halo got to lean in more into that shit, yo. Like that's an important game feature that's not highlighted enough because nobody else really does that.
A free fall.
No, it's just like the The guns are already in the map. Come get them. Like if you nice, you gonna
Oh
get it.
yeah.
Like if you ain't nice, you ain't gonna get a gun, yo.
It was so sad. Is like it was a lot of arena based style fucking shooters like that, like
It
Unreal
was, yeah.
Tournament and shit like
There's
that.
a plethora of them.
Quake, and it's it's kind of crazy. Like that's what I mean. Like when it came down to like zombie games at one point and motherfucking battle royale games, you see the trend. You feel me? A lot of niggas step away from roots of what like gaming actually was. It was a diversity of shit. You feel me? That's why a lot of shit don't be working for real nowadays. Is because it's just carbon copies of other shit.
Nah, you definitely not lying. Like, I mean, you kind of really summarized it up. Like, and that's around the whole gaming atmosphere.
Hmm. I mean, you look at every game that came out 10 years ago. It was a fucking zombie game, bro.
I was mad when all the platformers started to be the same game. Every platform game became the same exact game.
Nathan Drake, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Prince of Persia, like all of that shit is the same vein.
Hmm.
God of War, like all of that shit felt
Hmm.
the same. But niggas ain't hating or nothing like that. I don't know, man. I like where the space that FPS is in right now, yo. Like that's my main vein. I love FPS. Like that does it for me. So and I feel like right now we at the top of the totem pole, back where we used to be.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
Oh.
the fly shit about it is like niggas have been through so many trenches, niggas have played so many FPS games and all this other shit. And it's like your skills is your skills, yo. Like if you nice, you nice. And it's
Hmm.
like riding a bike, yo. It's like once you figure out that you that nigga across the board, you can play anything. If you
Hmm.
good at a first person shooter game, you good at all of them, yo. It's just about retraining, yo. Retraining
Yeah,
and
it's
committing.
relearning the mechanics because every first person shooter don't translate the same unless you one of them niggas that gotta change the button layout.
All your shit should have a similar button layout. Like if you's a fool if you playing with different button layouts for different games, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them niggas.
Why?
Because I actually wanted to play the game for what it was. Like so like Battlefield 3, how the knife was like RB instead of like actual like motherfucking analog and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
I actually liked that little feature for real. Like it was just something different.
Nah, I ain't mad at that. And it was like quick too, because it was like your triggers is right there. So it
Hmm.
made
I was used
sense.
to throwing grenades and shit with that one, so
But yeah, I mean, I feel like there's no difference. I feel like you should just set it for what's comfortable for you. I always like that's one of the first things I do in a game. I mess around with the sensitivity. I mess around with my button layout. Set it up for my elite controller, then we roll it.
hmm.
Once you get that shit dialed in, it's like you kind of like. For me, I always set my pucks as my jump and my duck for every shooting game. So like it's always gonna be jump and duck set on the back. So whenever I'm in a firefight, I know if I hit this, I'm a jump. I know if I hit that, I'm a duck. No matter what, no matter what the game
Hmm.
is. So for me, it's like my maneuverability is always the same regardless. And I feel like once I can maneuver, aiming and all that shit just come natural on any game.
Oh yeah.
But how you stop a nigga from sending bullets your way, it varies.
Oh yeah. And that's in any type of shooter for real, you feel me?
Like them niggas that sit still and try to study their aim. Are you crazy? Like, what are you doing, bro?
That's when you actually gotta learn how to sway. And I think
Bam.
that's what separates the casuals from the
Yeah.
actual like hardcores and elites. Like
I ain't gonna lie. That's why I be
that's what I
mopping
mean.
shit on Apex, yo. That's why I be
Yeah, like
mopping niggas on Apex.
and that's why like I ain't gonna lie to this day I got hop on PUBG on a Chromebook. And for some reason I'm killing niggas that's on Xbox and
Hmm.
PlayStation. You feel
Right.
me?
Right. It's like, dog, I do this for real, yo. Like, I really do this, yo.
And I don't even waste time with bots, yo. That's the funny part about it. I go straight for niggas.
You can have that. Go ahead, eat, dummy. I'm gonna
Hmm.
take you out, nigga. I like lions, nigga. But nah, man. Like, Fighting games, first person shooting games, there's no feeling like competition inside of them inside of them, yo. Like beating a team in a first person shooter game feels a little better to me than beating a nigga in Madden or 2K.
Oh yeah.
And same thing with a fighting game. And I know some niggas feel the other way about it. Like, nah, I'd rather beat a nigga in 2K, which is same thing. But I like the team aspect too that comes with a first person. When your team is real good, a really good team, and y'all jigging, it's nothing like it, yo. When you getting call outs, you getting fucking support, like, and y'all just flowing, like that shit feel like you really in the fucking a simulator or something.
Yeah,
Got
niggas setting niggas up, all types of shit.
two bogeys coming down the back stretch,
Mm-hmm.
2 clicks out. Like, yo,
Niggas already hit the C4 around the corner
uh-huh.
for real. Smacking niggas with the shotguns and the Uzis.
I'm pent down. All right, I'm averting. He's like,
That's how that shit was, especially like a search
hell
and
yeah.
destroy lobby or some
Fuck yeah,
shit, my
yo.
nigga. Like,
Yo, and when we was playing in tournaments and shit, yo, like niggas was on one, yo. Yeah, y'all two stay back here, yo. Like niggas that see a nigga walk past, don't even hop on him. All right, you got two coming your way, yo. Let me know if you need me to come flank. All right, I got you.
see, and that's when I knew, like, after like that, like playing on GB for real was like I ascended from playing like with regular niggas,
Yeah,
like,
but look, you know this.
because at that point, going to school playing with niggas was just like
Playing with anybody was like, yo, I'm above you niggas. Like I feel
pretty
like,
fucking much. Like niggas is talking about all this basic shit for real. I'm like, all right, well, you niggas is on this. Can you
right.
quick scope a motherfucker from like a quarter, like away from the map, nigga?
Like, oh, you can't. Nah, you can't talk to me, yo. Like, you ain't even on my level right now, yo. But you know what? Also in tournament play, like you have to like know that you playing with niggas that know how to play. Cause
Oh
it's
yeah.
like you can't leave like, yo, this is my area. I need to hold this area down, so I can't come and help you if shit gets sticky. Because if I leave, the shit'll flood through. Like with some 300 shit, I can't leave my post, yo.
I think what a lot of niggas gotta realize is you can't play on the team full of Kobe's.
No, you have to have fucking niggas that's willing to strategize, niggas willing to play their parts and play to their strengths, yo.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you know you're not a good runner gunner, play anchor, yo. It's Admiral playing anchor, yo.
Shit, anchor is what actually hold a lot of niggas down when it comes to shit. You
A
feel
good
me?
anchor is gonna keep your team grounded, yo. You like, oh, we got the monster goalie. He not gonna let nothing get planted over here. So we good. We gonna free roam and just pick niggas off. Like,
Mm-hmm. With proper call outs as an anchor, you can actually diffuse a lot of shit.
but call outs for fucking seekers, yo. Like when a nigga out there, like, yo, you got two coming far left, corging something or coming back way, something like that. Just a heads up, yo. It's one by the bulldozer. Just so a nigga can get
Mm-hmm.
his sight line ready. Like, all right, I know I got somebody coming this way. And I don't think you can ascend until you really get into that type of competition where you know the other team is just as tactical as you are. They already have their
Mm-hmm.
strategy on how they gonna cross.
They already got their call outs. They already got the name of how they call the fucking building.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love like Rainbow and shit like that. Like actually playing with niggas that knew how to play Rainbow for real. At our own lingo, niggas knew exactly what the fuck niggas was talking about, how to move through the shits. Whichever rooms niggas was in, we had our own playbook of how to actually do that shit for real. Like that's why I actually like Rainbow. Like the
Yeah.
like the tactics that carried over for Rainbow, like depending on who you play with for real, actually said a lot. Like, and
Like
that's what I'm hoping like for Battlefield in a way.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I ain't played Rainbow very long. Like I jumped on that shit. That shit is intimidating, yo. Cause like the niggas you playing with, they expect you to know what the fuck you doing. Like
Oh yeah.
they're not taking that for an excuse. Like a nigga tell you quick in the set, yo, get off of this, my man. Go to terrorist hunt or some shit. Nah, bro, go figure out the map, yo. Fuck that. You don't need
Go
to play
get good,
online.
nigga.
Get off of here. Do me a favor. Go look at all the stairways. Run them up and down. Get familiar with it, bro.
You,
Cause you don't know what
you
you
got
doing.
YouTube, nigga?
Yeah.
You know this nigga named Icy Cat? Go look at this nigga.
Yeah, like bro, you're trash. Get off of this, like
Mm-hmm.
right now, yo. Like I'm
I put
trying to get better,
shouts out
bro.
to the homie Stack and the homie Orma Sauda for real. Motherfucking they got into it over motherfucking Rainbow for real. Cause
It
this
be like
nigga
that, yeah.
my man's picked Sledge for real. You know that's Stack motherfucking character and shit, you feel
Oh
me?
yeah,
And that's the thing, like niggas get tribal if you do not
Yeah,
know how to use a
don't
nigga
pick my
character,
man
yo.
and be trash, yo. Don't pick my person and not and get fucked up, yo. I'm gonna get mad because I wouldn't have did it like that.
Hmm.
Nigga dropped the ball, huh?
Oh, nigga, did he? And I ain't gonna lie, you know how stat get down for real. Like
Yeah.
nigga just constantly on the nigga back for real. Like so niggas like offered each other for like a nice little Kurt Fuffle and Tone Bone backyard for real. You feel
Oh
me?
man,
It
it
was
escalated
one
to
of them
that
nice
point.
little humble
The
moments.
backyard
Never
got
actually
involved.
escalated. Nah, it never really escalated to actual like Kurt Fuffle, but like you feel me? That's how heated
Uh-huh.
shit could get in Rainbow for real,
Yeah.
my nigga. Like
And folks, listen, man. Tone Backyard is a legendary spot, yo. Like that's the meeting ground, yo. That's like
a lot of
fucking.
fades have been served in that backyard, yo.
But yeah, nah, listen, bro. Like it's important, yo. Like you can't play with a nigga and pick his character and not do good with him, yo. Like that shit hurt because you just looking over at your character like, what is this nigga doing, yo?
Hmm.
Oh man, like yeah, like Rainbow is
That's how I
definitely one of
feel
them,
about
yo.
niggas that pick
Definitely.
Habana, niggas who pick Thermite. I ain't gonna lie, I'm very picky about that shit too. For real. Like if you pick any of my breaches, I got a problem with that
Listen,
shit.
yo. Nigga cuss me out. Look, like he cussed me flat out, yo. Like you like, yo, listen, yo. First of all, you're not even sway, like you're not even leaning, yo. Why aren't you not leaning? Like you're like watching your screen is just cringy, nigga. like get off, yo. Like this shit is cringy watching you play, yo. Like you're not even checking the corners, yo. You'll get your head blown
Nigga
off,
whole
yo.
body leaning out the door for real
Yeah,
instead
then
of
go
fucking
back to
actually
Call of Duty,
peeping.
yo. Go to, I'm like, I'm sitting there, I felt bad. Let me install this shit, bitch ass nigga. I was like, I got a trick for him, yo. I'm gonna get on the fucking console and play this shit. Console ain't no better. Them niggas is heathens over there too, yo.
Oh yeah,
That's just a real snobby game, yo. You gotta know what you're
it
doing on that
is.
shit, yo. It's a snobby game, yo. That's
I
like
think
Counter
what gives
Strike, yo.
me, hmm I think what gives me the blessing for Rainbow for real is I was a day one nigga playing that shit. So either way, I can still transition even with the new map updates. It's still somewhat the same game methodically. You feel me?
Right. I'll be seeing you on that hole from time to time.
Oh yeah,
So you get on there and
so I
make
hold
sure
it
you keep,
down.
yeah, make sure you still sharp on that hoe. Like, nah, nigga, they still there. The reflex is still there.
Hmm.
You want to talk about a game with reflexes? You don't get no second chances on Rainbow.
And
Ain't
that's what I
no,
love about games like that,
ain't no
yo.
come around the corner and jumping on. Nah, nigga, you're dead. But niggas see you, you're dead. Like that's the point.
Speaking of games with like reflexes for real, like I saw a post on one of the group chats and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That said, I just want to hear your mind on this one real quick. Said that God of War and it was that Gears of War was a better. A nigga got upset that a nigga said that Gears of War was a better game than God of War.
Okay.
I just want to hear your thoughts on that.
Me personally, if I'm comparing, and I'd hate to do this, I'm gonna say the nigga might be right, yo. I definitely had more fun with Gears of War than I had with God of War. I spent way more time on Gears of War. After you beat God of War, what do you do?
Exactly.
What
That's
do
what
you
I'm
beat
trying
it
to figure
again?
out as
Yeah, but
well.
it's like, nah, fam, the gang on Gears of War, yo. I'm about to hop and see what's up with that.
Not even just that, my nigga. Like Gears of War, like completely revolutionized like a whole shooting genre at one point. You feel me? Like,
And you know what's crazy? We don't have any third person shooters that you can even compare in that same lane. It's like that's arguably the greatest third person shooter on the market, maybe
hmm
even ever.
yeah, because to be honest, PlayStation could probably try to throw out The Last of Us and all this other shit for real, but them
That
shits
multiplayer
actually
was not that
failed.
multiplayer was not on Gears of
Yeah,
War level.
it wasn't. Even Uncharted tried it with a multiplayer, and this shit was
I
not even on pay.
I'd put GTA in there before I put Uncharted any of that shit in there.
GTA shit was more refined than a lot of motherfuckers at that time when it came to the cover based shooting.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't think nothing. I don't think nothing really fucking with Gears of War in that realm. I can't. I'm trying to think of a game and I'm drawing mad blanks, yo. I'm trying to think, but I can't. Ain't a whole lot of third person shooters, is it?
Mm.
Even Call of Duty got away from it.
Hey, Call of Duty had a third person shooter mode.
It did for a little bit. They got away from it. I don't know why. It was pretty fun. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, third person was actually my favorite on Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I did play a lot of third person on Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I can't think of it. I can't think of another game, yo. I truly
Shit.
can't. I think Gears of War got it.
Hitman, but Hitman was a solo.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about in a multiplayer round.
Shit.
Max Payne had a good multiplayer.
Look at the more games listening right now. Fallout, but you can switch from Fallout to first person to third person.
We ain't gonna get hung up on it too much. I think that's
Metal
on.
Gear, shit. I think Metal Gear, yeah, Metal Gear was
You can
probably
put
like
it up there.
because Phantom Pain. I gonna lie, them mechanics of Phantom Pain was fucking phenomenal. If you ask me,
That's a great way to end it, man.
Hideo
Great way to
Kojima
end
was
it.
the best.
And he coming over to Microsoft. Shh. And on that bombshell, it's gonna do it for this one. Tone, what you want to lead the people with?
um, I just want niggas to know when in doubt, when in fear, just know that Microsoft is here, you niggas. You feel me? We're taking over. I seen motherfucking Sony, the little conference, you feel me? I was not impressed. Nobody's impressed because guess what? Nobody's talking about it.
It
And
happened.
niggas is still, yeah, apparently it did.
I missed the fuck out of that. I ain't
I
gonna
mixed
lie
the
to you,
fuck
yo.
out of it too. Like I saw Deathloop all on the shit and everything. Like
We found out that's
I
not
didn't even know.
exclusive
I
for
was like
very
a whole
long.
day too late.
That's not exclusive for very long.
Like, and it's kind of fucking funny for real. But like, see how Microsoft outsold Sony last month on sales.
We ain't gonna get into
Feel
it, yo.
me? You see how niggas is actually prepping themselves, and now you seeing the master actually not sweating the technique. Now niggas is peeping and watching. Get ready. You about to see a lot of fuck shit from Sony, but also a lot of gimmicky shit, my niggas.
Like it's coming. Um, should definitely be following us on all our TikToks and all that great stuff. You can follow me on TikTok at NewGene23. You can follow Tone at YoTone. YouTube up and available. Podcast available on YouTube. Got a couple reactions up and live. Got also schedule. So if you want to know when our YouTube releases will be dropping, you can go over to the YouTube channel. Check that out. While you're over there, don't forget to subscribe. Ring that notification bell, like that stuff. Yeah, I'm Camo the Man though. Discord links available down below. You can go ahead and hit that 3 buttons or the bio, depending on what you are consuming this on, and be a part of our chat. Get to know us, hang out in the community, all that great stuff. And yeah, man, have a beautiful, blessed Wednesday.